That's the start they wanted.
Off, I'd reckon. First quarter from the Western Oval, and Libba starting on the bench. A most unusual move in the Footscray camp. Grigich goes up, loses that one, knocked away by Burton. Chance for that was Mildenhall to try to get clear. Ball booted up back towards half forward. Footscray player goes down. That was Ramiro. Umpire elects to let it go. Now he's come in, a holding the man decision, and it's going Footscray's way.
Well done, Ramiro, going for the mark against the tide there.
Collinyuk and chipping in in spite of Burton to take the mark inside his own defensive 50-metre area. Osborne will stand the mark. Osborne back into a little bit of form last week. Mark taken out there by Shane Parker. Parker at half-back. 3 AFL games against his name. This is Mann. Certainly much more AFL experience.
Took 10 marks in the first half against Geelong last week.
He did pretty well, didn't he? His experience with North, marking contest at half forward. Ridley, Waters. Now here's a chance. McGovern steadies, one step, fires deep into the forward line. Croft and Hutton. Croft content to take it out. Could have almost received a free kick. Wallace goes on with the job, or fumbled by Smith. And the Footscray defence under pressure, and a bad kick. Kicked it straight to Wills, gets on with it quickly, excellent. And a mark is taken by Peter Miller directly in front of goal.
Yes, and he put a lot of pressure on Miller in that forward area. But he chased in, and after Hutton put pressure on the back line there of the Doggies, the kick coming out from Smith, not good at all. Found Wills, and fortunately he turned around at the right time. He had to go on with his back to play, wouldn't have seen Miller.
So Miller from 45 out, goes at goal. Might have drifted away, or waited the goal umpire. I think it might be a goal. It is. And that's probably worth 2 or 3 into the breeze. First blood to the Dockers, 1 goal, Footscray yet to score.
Yes, and because Spider Burton was prepared to go into that back area and take a mark, he created something. Mann gave him a target on half, or on the wing there. He got the ball up forward, and the crumbs coming from Scotty Waters, and Wills, accepting that poor kick from Smith, turned around at the right moment, and Miller converted.
So the bounce back in the centre favours Grigich, and he gets a big right fist to it, down to half forward. The ball spills to the back. Lane and Chisholm. Chisholm didn't have the football. Lane grabs him by the jumper. Chisholm's free kick at left half back. Goes across the half back line. Risky business. But the mark is taken there for the Dockers by O'Reilly. Very steady performer in their 4 games so far in the AFL, Stephen O'Reilly. He's got the ball about 30 metres out from the Footscray goal. The Dockers content to waste precious seconds going into the breeze, but I think goals can certainly be scored at that left-hand end. Going to ground there was Ben Allen, didn't have the football, and the Dockers captain will take the free kick at right half-back. Defensive side of the ground at the Western Oval. Good kick, finds Burton. Burton quite agile for a big man, runs his full 15, kicks in towards full forward. Croft misses it. At the back, nearly taken by Burrows, chopped off by Wallace. Wallace's kick, he's good. Out into the path of Johnson. The ball favours eventually Brad Johnson. A state representative potentially is Johnson. The ball now with Ramiro. Ramiro, an ordinary kick by Jose to half forward and off the hands of Richard Osborne and Parker for a boundary throw in right half forward for Footscray.
Just 1 score in the quarter so far. Windy is the word today, although it's not too bad at the moment by Western Oval standards. It's a throw in right half forward for Footscray. And the Doggies yet to score in the first quarter, going with this breeze. We reckoned about 4 goals, but Fremantle already have got one into it. Mildenhall taps it over the line. Let's go down to Dipper on the boundary. What's it like down there?
Well, prior to the game, I would have said 4-goal breeze. All of a sudden, it's become very, very still.
Okay, so we can score at both ends. Well, probably as good a toss to win as we might have thought. Grigich going in solidly. McGovern comes out with the football. Shepherd by Burton. Kicks it up towards the wing. Almost a mark taken by Mann. Good use of the body. Footscray's football. And it comes to Cameron. Best and fairest winner at the Western Oval. The 2 number 11s past Kickett. Chance for the Dogs now past McGovern. Ramiro runs onto it well. Goes long at goal. And hit the post. The first score to Footscray, kicked by Jose Ramiro. Just took a break at the wrong time. The difference 5 points.
Well, I
was going to say, Robbo, you just mentioned that to me before off air, just saying that what the hell's he on the bench, but interesting move by Joyce, and must have his reasons.
Sometimes they do that, roster throw the tagger, don't they?
Well, he's good enough, Pete. I think he should be on the ground. I mean, he has won a medal and he knows how to play footy.
O'Reilly's kick. Burton from behind punches. Oh, no, he doesn't punch. It's a mark to Hargraves. Puts the ball out towards the centre of the ground. Grigic, good hand pass away. Chance for Collingwood. Collingwood goes long into the goal square. Osborne, one hand to it, off hands, and through for one behind. Footscray's second score. The difference now 4 points.
Yes, and Ellie Grigic's got to be very careful that Matthew Burton doesn't run away from him continually. He's very prepared to run around and be creative. Got to pick him up. He's had the flu during the week.
Kick in. Oh, puts Ben Allen under enormous pressure at centre half back, and the umpire will call for a bounce. At this stage, the Dockers have kicked a goal. Footscray have got just 2 behinds, but it's still very early in the first term, and Footscray have a chance to score from here. Burton. Waters taking from Ben Allen. Wider still. This is a chance for Edwards. Edwards, again, one of the Dockers contributors in their first 4 matches. The short kick is okay, and the mark has been taken by Burrows. Burrows goes down the wing into the path of Leach, but a good effort, top effort in the finish by Quill to knock it clear for a throw-in. It's in the Dockers forward half, deep at right half forward, perhaps between wing and right half forward, favouring Fremantle, and it'd be 3 kicks from their goal. Stanfield gets it down to the front. Still a struggle for possession. Kick forward by Ramiro, and a good mark to Grigic. Skillful player, but that kick is not all that brilliant. To half forward, what a gather! Gee whiz, that was nearly brilliant football by Grant. Lane gets his left foot to it, goes to full forward, attacking the ball strongly was Parker, but equally as fierce was Grant, and the bump was a beauty. Hargraves, now the chance for Grant. He tries to flip it to the advantage of Lane. Lane gets a sweeping hand pass. Grant taps it down. Hargraves, snapshot for goal is missed, and registers Footscray's 3rd behind.
How about that bump?
A beauty.
Yeah, the pickup, as you said, Robert, by Grant for a fella that big on the half volley was just terrific, and to get the ball off quickly as he did, even better.
3 points the difference. 3 scoring shots to 1. O'Reilly getting plenty of advice from the crowd. He'd probably go for Burton. No, he doesn't. Goes in shorter than that and finds Shane Parker. Chisholm, as Ross mentioned pre-match, one of the informed players of the Dockers so far. Played a great game against Geelong. Now it comes down to Burrows from Mildenhall to half forward and Wills. Good tackle applied by Smith. Ball jarred free. Miller looks for the hand pass. Wills on the end of it. Constructive. The shot at goal. Coming back. Oh, he's kicked it. Great goal. So Wills a hand in the 2 Docker goals so far, and a handy lead. 2 goals to 3 behind.
There's good work by Burrows on the wing to get the ball down there, and then good hands. And Miller, good pace, keeps his feet, always very strong player from East Perth. And then Wills, this is his ability really, getting the ball free and shooting from about 48 metres. Terrific goal.
And you wouldn't think a goal had been scored there. Not too many cheers from the supporters here at the Western Oval. Fremantle lead by 9 points, but Footscray go forward from the centre bounce. The kick goes in towards full forward. Grab when he didn't have it was Grant. Umpire calls play on. This is McGovern running clear of half-back. Footscray fans don't like that decision. McGovern's kicked too far for Burton. In the centre of the ground, it's taken by Quill. Handball, Callett. Back he goes. This is Rowan Smith. Rowan Smith, a long kick by that player towards full forward. Going down to ground was Grant, but collected by Chisholm. Chisholm runs away from the full-back line and delivers very efficiently. Edwards is marked at right half-back. Edwards goes in short. The mark is taken by Waters, and Waters is nearly up near the wing, but the Dockers prepared to kick short and waste time. Kick goes to the wing. Oh, brilliantly gathered by Allen. Just slipped out of his grasp and over for a boundary throw in centre wing. Right in front of the coach's box on the far side of the ground.
The old coach's box.
Ruckman, Stanfield and Peter Mann. Ball comes to ground. Waters. Collingwood gets the hand pass clear. Not quite far enough, but Cameron does well. Ramiro goes to ground. Gathered again by Cameron. Handball away. This is Quill. Already had 4 possessions. Kicks wide out of the path of Grant. Bounce is good for that player. He gets around onto his right foot. Short pass is beautiful. Hits Osborne right out in front. And Richard Osborne, all he has to do here is gauge the breeze and the direction. He'll get the distance easily.
It was good play by Grant, wasn't it, Robbo?
Skillful player for a big boy.
The Footscray players from the middle of the field just wanted the ball a bit more than the Dockers.
Osborne's kick for goal is perfect. Goal to Footscray.
Bit of local knowledge in that kick.
Well, you'd have to think that there's a few Fremantle players that have played a bit of football here, but all of the Footscray players, Ross, have, they train here 3 or 4 times a week as well as play here.
Perhaps Dipper's correcting that call too, not that I'd ever question him, of course, but that breeze, I think, obviously has dropped a little bit. He read that beautifully, and the play by Grant to get it to him initially, first class.
Richard Osborne back in form last week, and a goal on the board today in the first quarter. Burton and Grigic line ball that one. Burton tries to farm it out. McGovern onto Waters. Waters' kick up towards the 50-metre line. Marking contest down there. Once again, it's Miller. Elusive in the first quarter. Croft should get there first, or he might be content to see it over the boundary line, which he does. It will be thrown in the Dockers' left forward pocket. 16 minutes left in the first quarter. It's going to be Burrows, number 33, against Danny Southern. A little bit underdone the last time I saw him. Waters, constructive as usual, doesn't waste that one and finds the skipper. Outside 50 against the breeze. Ridley makes a lead.
Well done.
Beautifully done. Oh, he's dropped the mark. He plays on, gets onto his right foot and kicks. He might have got that one as well. It's a goal.
See, that was a bit easy, wasn't it?
Well,
too easy.
The thing being, Robert, which John Barnes said after the Geelong game last week, he said where we fell into the trap, this is the Geelong players, was just assuming that the Dockers players wouldn't kick it to a fellow who they thought was either going too short or across ground. What you can't afford to do with the Dockers is let a player go free, just assume, no, he won't kick it to him because he's out of position. They just let Ridley go. He had a couple of leads, let him go free, and he finished up with the footy.
Well, Ridley, after dropping the mark that he perhaps should have taken, has kicked the Dockers' third goal. Cameron's handball, very loose there to Smith. In goes Edwards. Edwards will get it back again, and then the short pass towards the half-forward area. Hutton at the back, the ball spills for Wills. He might get his second. He's kicked to the front of the square. Attacked fiercely by Watts, taken by Kellett. Kellett handballs wide. Brilliant gather in the finish by Quill. Quill onto the left foot, kicks down towards the half-back area, but it's taken there by Allen. Ben Allen kicks into the pocket. Well done. Good pass, and Wills has got it again.
Yes, it was Wills who was able to do what a forward can do, and that's take a punt and sit back off the play, and all the Footscray players had gone forward expecting the ball to be cleared. It wasn't, and of course he sat there back on his own, and Ben Allen uses the ball beautifully on most occasions. There's another example.
Well, Wills has already kicked one, Ridley has kicked one, and Peter Miller has kicked a goal for the Dockers. Wills going for his second, and he makes no mistake. So the Dockers against the wind have kicked 4. 4 straight to 1-3.
Yes, and that really was a result of poor checking. As I mentioned, the Footscray backs had gone forward. Ben Allen cut them off across the half-forward area, and of course when he gets the ball in that area about 60 or 70 metres out, he always uses it beautifully and Wills on his own by about 30 metres.
Andrew Wills, a hand in 3 goals. He's kicked 2 himself, and the Dockers off to a flying start. 24 plays 9 at the Western Oval in the first quarter, and here they come again. Kicked out by Peter Miller towards half-forward. Wills on the burst, now West. Footscray fans looking for a free kick, claiming a holding decision. There was none there according to the umpire. Mildenhall tries to paddle the ball further forward. Succeeds in doing that. Ramiro's hand pass is effective. Smith on the move from a standing start. Kicks inside 50. A marking contest, and Hargraves has got it. With the breeze at his back, should be able to get the distance. And finally, Liberatore coming on the ground. Much to the delight of the crowd.
Brad Johnson, the fella coming off, but looks like he's got a bit of a leg injury there, I think.
And we ask why. I'm sure Alan Joyce has his reasons. So Danny Hargraves kicking from right on 50 to the Mount mistake into the ground. Go, umpire doesn't move. Full points. And a much-needed one for Footscray. Hargraves, he's kicked 1-1 so far out of Footscray's tally of 2-3, and the difference is back to 9 points.
A very good goal sense, Danny Hargraves. Knows where to go. The mark was very good, as we might just see this again in replay. The ball coming down to him. Here he comes high, and he's read it best. Just kept control of it. I thought O'Reilly might have come through and just got a punch away, but Jones couldn't stay with him. Well played, Hargraves.
Bounce back in the centre, and Grigic is beaten for it by Big Burton. Ball spills, Liberatore, straight into the action goes Tony Liberatore. Towards full forward, that could have nearly been a free kick. Not paid, away go the Dockers. And Leach it is that kicks it in towards the centre, and the mark is taken there by Edwards. Edwards plays on, kicks wide, out in front of Mann, and he doesn't let him down and takes the mark in front of Stanfield. Stanfield and Mann at right half forward, the little kick. Ben Allen's done some good running there. Kicks in towards the half-forward area, but a good mark taken by Rowan Smith. He plays on quickly, kicks it across the half-back line. Ramiro gets it on quickly to Stephen Wallace. Wallace can go to Southern, but he goes down the wing. Looks out here for Lane. Lane and Chisholm. Well done by Chisholm. Dispossesses the Footscray player, and a boundary throw-in will take place.
Yeah, Spider Burton coming off and Wardell Johnson to come on. Burton's had the flu all week, so he's played pretty well early.
Fremantle have kicked 4 straight. Footscray 2-3. The Bulldogs going with the aid of a slight breeze.
Boundary throw in. Quill. Ramiro from a standing start, and he succeeds in fighting Kickett, which he does. Opens it up again. Opportunity out wide for Jones. Hargraves pressuring him. Jones wins out that duel. Kick inside 50. And a good mark taken by Barry Stanfield at the true centre half-back position. Fish, they say. The boy from Fish Creek kicks to centre wing. No mark taken. Going up high was Costa. Chance for a rebound now to the Dockers. Excellent smother. Burrows had it. He's lost it. It was Costa again. And the Doggies once more go forward. That was Keller. Wallace to half forward. And the mark is taken by Tyson Lane. Youngster from Melton.
Go for goal, it's unguarded.
Certainly made his name this year. Good long kick. Just a little bit too long for Chris Grant. Over his head and one behind. Kicked by Tyson Lane, his first score of the day. 2-4 to the Bulldogs. Fremantle 4 straight, the difference now 8 points.
Yeah, Scotty Waters on the wing previously had control of the ball, should have given the handball off instinctively the first time. Went to get it the second time, the Footscray players intercepted, and a goal nearly resulted.
Wiley getting plenty of advice again from the crowd at the Geelong Road end. Goes out wide, Hargraves in front, can't take the mark. Excellent hand pass, Liberatore, Cameron. Grant! Oh, nearly the mark of the day, off his hands. Crowd claiming a mark, but not given.
No, you couldn't play that, but it was a great effort, terrific effort, but on a day like today, let's watch it again.
One grab, two, well, gee, I don't know if you paid Gary Ablett last year at the G.
He got the mark of the year last year for something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I wouldn't have paid Ablett's mark anyway.
Me too. 2-5 Footscray, Fremantle are 4 goals. As long as the umpires are consistent, and this rule for kicking in is rubbish.
It's ridiculous, isn't
because kicking against the breeze, they are just taking that all that time to kick it in, and then eventually the umpire comes in and forces him to kick it out wide to the boundary line, where we'll have a throw in about 65, 75 metres from the Footscray goal. And Dipper's got a report on Brad Johnson.
Yeah, Robbo, Brad Johnson just had a kick on his right knee. It's been taped up at the moment and iced.
Now the Dockers again. Waters taking the hand pass from Burrows. Tries to draw a man. Loose ball on centre wing. Good gather by Collinyook. Off the side of his boot. May still be to the advantage of his side. The Dockers have the numbers though. This is Chisholm. Grab when not in possession. Oh, met very solidly. Ball jarred free. Mildenhall keeps going. Picks it up nicely on centre wing. Charges down the flank. A couple of bounces. Draws a man again. On it goes to Miller. Not a good hand pass. Put man under plenty of pressure. Lovely tap out. Chance for Hutton. Snappers there. Off target. Ridley at the back. Too long. Hit the post and one behind.
Gee, they're lucky there because the handball from Scotty Waters again without jumping, and he's back on the other wing to nowhere. He could have kicked longer. Really cost them the turnover.
Leon Cameron often kicks in. He's going to do that here. West. Instead of the best and fairest winner at Footscray. It was in 1993. And away he goes with the breeze. Plenty of distance to the outer side. Looking for Grigich. Burrows nearly beats him. Edwards paddles it forward. The skipper's been at everything this quarter. Ben Allen, umpire elects to let it go. Here goes Libba.
Liberatore draws the player and then gets the hand pass wide. This is Costa. Could nearly kick a goal if he can get around. Now he'll shoot. Under pressure, the kick is ordinary, and the mark is taken by Chisholm, who's doing a pretty good job back there, minding his man and also getting a few possessions. His kick is wide, and the mark is taken by Kickett. Kickett still in Footscray's 50-metre zone. Kicks wide out towards half-back. Good mark taken by Parker. Closely tended there by Richard Osborne. Parker, right half-back for the Dockers. They've kicked 4-1. Footscray at 2-5. Big punch from behind by Stanfield. Near the gather there by Cameron. And it goes over for a throw-in. Centre wing. And Footscray, we repeat, certainly with a wind advantage, but just to what extent, well, we'll determine by half-time. Grigich gets it down. Waters couldn't get it clear. Edwards can, but it breaks down. It's Cameron running to left half forward. 3 bounces. Get onto your right foot. No, he loves to kick with the left, and he does it nicely. So far, goal of the day by Leon Cameron.
Kicks it right with his left.
That is a magnificent kick from deep in the left half forward area by Leon Cameron. Fremantle lead by 2 points.
There's a great interceptor. We might see this again. We just missed the handball coming off the ground, and Cameron read that beautifully. Intercepted, backed himself, had plenty of space to run into. It's a great kick.
Back to the centre. Great goal by Cameron. Mildenhall got one high. West. Long bomb towards half forward. Oh, great!
That's a good mark, Ross.
Terrific mark.
That's a real strong mark.
Excellent.
Yeah, for a bloke of that size, Robbo, that's his forte, taking marks. But taking like this under pressure, you've got a bloke in front, bloke from behind trying to spoil O'Reilly. Well done.
That's a classic mark, that one.
That's Dunster-like, isn't it?
Wasn't there some determination written on his face there as he gritted his teeth and leapt at it and grasped it out of mid-air?
A goal will put Footscray in front for the first time today. Breeze at his back, distance shouldn't be a problem. He'll kick from about 45. Dropped onto the boot nicely. Goal umpire hasn't moved. Full points, the Doggies in front. Chris Grant's first. Many in the crowd saying perhaps should have been his second mark. 4-5 to 4-1.
No, that was definitely like Chris Grant. I wouldn't have played the first one, Pete. It was a great effort. And Scotty West in the ball at the centre. That's terrific. That's exactly what you want on a day like today with the breeze. One kick, straight down the centre, looking for your target, a full forward like Grant. Get them down there as quickly as you can. Let him do the rest.
Well, Footscray have got the score that they would have required, but they've allowed the Dockers to kick 4 goals against the breeze. But well done by Grigich, down to Ramiro. Centre half forward contest, punched away. The defence of the Dockers now under a little bit of pressure. Jones goes after it, grabs the ball, then he drops it. So Footscray's persistence at half forward, not bad. Mildenhall gets it back. Oh, terrific little toe poke by Chisholm. Back to Mildenhall, in towards the centre of the ground. West taps it on. Gatherers by Collinute, then West. Good combination. West left foot kick towards full forward. Back goes Grant. The ball spills to the back. It now favours Leach. Taps it in front of himself and goes after it again. Good play by Leach. He is a terrific player for the Dockers across half-back. Third bounce. He carries the ball to half-back. Runs a little bit too far, but then gives it off to Waters. And the Dockers out of trouble. It looked a little worrying there at one stage, but they've got the ball now to half-forward. At the back, chance for Burrows, gathers it, gets onto his right foot, back onto his left, casually kicks in towards full forward, up it goes Ridley, couldn't take the mark. Second grasp at it, not bad. Wardell Johnson, left foot snap by Wardell Johnson, goes across the face and registers a behind.
Great shepherd too in the back half by Shane Parker, allow Leach to run down that back area. Good teamwork. McGovern's off, and Jason Norris to come on for his first run.
Close to quarter time, 3 1/4 minutes left. 29 to 26 in favour of Footscray. Leon Cameron, as I said, does this a lot. He'll get up the ground pretty quickly too. Good long kick. Grigich and Burrows. Neither a stall gift candidate. Burrows goes over the line, takes the footy with him.
Free kick for
a push in the back. 2 or 3 kicks from goal. Short pass, Waters. He's been at everything in the first quarter. 8 possessions, good mark at half forward, taken by Mann against the breeze. Might be a little bit too far out to score. Chips it short, Wills. Well, he's been at everything, Wills. He's kicked to himself, had a hand at another one. So, a real thorn in the side of the Footscray defence in the first quarter. Not too much on offer. No leads forthcoming. He's going to have a ping at goal himself. Former Geelong player. Kicks at goal, looks pretty good. It's drifting away at the last minute and 1 behind. 2 goals, 1 to Andrew Wills. So the scoreboard now 4-5 to 4-3. 2 points the difference. And again, Leon Cameron to bring it in. As Robbo said, Footscray have got the score they wanted, but they've let a few through. The Dockers have done well into this breeze. They played here, of course, in round 3 against Fitzroy for their first win in the AFL. Cameron, again short, finds Croft. He'll give it back to Cameron. Wills in pursuit. And West takes the mark right on the bounce. Now it's out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Fremantle.
They go straight down the ground.
Well, that's what they did the first time. They got it.
It's amazing stuff, isn't it? You know, you get 3 possessions and then give it up to the opposition, and they kick it to half forward. Nearly the mark to Mann. Oh, strong play provided by Miller, but he wasn't able to take the football with him. And the umpire will call for a bounce. Free kick to maybe to the Dockers, Ross?
Well, I thought so. I thought Miller didn't have the footy when he's held there, but he'll always run straight at it.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? He's a good, strong player.
My word.
And so is Edwards on the other wing. As the blood rule, Barry Stanfield to take a little bit of a spell on the bench. And Footscray taking a tall player off, or forcing to take a tall player off.
Freddie will come on.
Freddie to come back on. Come onto the ground for the first time, should I say. So, Prediuk, a stout defender to take over from Stanfield, but certainly centimetres lost there. As we have another look at Kellett, Stanfield, and then a little elbow there.
Accidental.
Accidental, as Peter said, but the umpire will bounce. Centre half forward for Fremantle. They've done pretty well in the first term. They've kicked 4-3. Footscray kicked 4-5. Grigic and Mann. In goes West, can't get rid of it. Cameron throws it onto his right foot, in towards the centre. The mark taken by Ramiro. Play on. Liberatore into the action very quickly. As soon as he got onto the ground, he got a position. Hargraves, the ball slips through to the back. The ball tapped clear. Kick it. Now Lane. Smith.
In his back.
Johnson. Johnson goes in after it again. Now a chance for Jones. Gets it to Leach. Leach walks past his opponent. He's at centre half backs. A little kick. Norrish is marked close to the centre of the ground.
Norrish, who came onto the ground only a few minutes back from the centre circle. Low trajectory drop punt. Hutton the target. Got a fingernail to it, and that was all. Footscray with the numbers. Watts gives it away. This guy's been busy in the first quarter. He loves to run with the ball. That's Smith. Kicks to half forward or short of that position. Marking contest. Mopping up again as Miller, covering plenty of ground in the opening quarter. Still he goes. A couple of bounces. West giving chase. That's a good long kick into the breeze. Wills, Southern tries to punch. Wills gets back quickly. Oh, lovely pick up on the run. And goes at goal. It won't be a score. Bounce is going to be a factor. Prediuk coming away with the football, but it's over the line. And it will be thrown in at left half forward for the Fremantle Dockers. We have half a minute before quarter time. Good crowd in attendance today too. Footscray's form up and down in the last couple of weeks. Annihilated by Carlton. They got back at Princes Park last week to defeat Melbourne. And here he is again, Rowan Smith. Probably their best defender in the first quarter.
Good kick.
Should have been marked down there by Hargraves. He couldn't take it. Collingwood, not a great hand pass. A turnover. It goes to Burrows. Burrows' kick is up towards half forward. Grigic lopes after it with the gloves. Gets around Waters. Short pass, up again. Lovely sight there. West takes it from Costa as the siren ends the first quarter. Good quarter of football. I think the Dockers would be more than happy with their efforts so far. With the scoreboard showing Footscray 4-5-29, Fremantle 4-3-27.
Yeah, Footscray, Pete, perhaps a little bit stunned initially by, again, preparedness of the Dockers players to chip the ball around the half-back line of the Dockers creating, and their midfield getting plenty of the footy. And then it took a while for Footscray just to get their forward line settled. But once they went direct, Robbo, don't you think, as you mentioned, say with Cameron Wygo to the side when you could come straight down the middle, once they looked for Grant and he was a target up forward, they looked so much better.
Yes, it's an interesting game, actually, football these days. And obviously, from Fremantle's point of view, very much possession. And while they had hold of the ball, well, they were depriving Footscray of any scoring chance.
That's right.
Speaking of scores, at the first change, 2 points the difference in favour of Footscray, 4-5 to 4-3.
Back on to Pete after that correction to his nose.
By Brad Allen to bounce the ball to start the second term. The difference is 2 points. Footscray into the breeze in this quarter. As Dipper said at quarter time, it has sprung up a little bit. Allen, who was brilliant in the first quarter, so too was Scotty Waters. Awkward kick off the boot, but that's a good mark. Taken at half forward by Miller, who was also pretty good in the first quarter. 4 and 2 he's had so far, Peter Miller, and has certainly made his presence felt. Should be able to get the distance from here, you would reckon. Right on 50. Good long drop punt. Oh, what a ripper. That's a goal. Dockers back in front, his second.
Don't sound so surprised, Peter.
Did I sound surprised?
Oh, it was a terrific kick, wasn't it?
It was a great kick. In fact, he got the ball because he was prepared to be in front. Even with the breeze, some players tend to think they can play a bit behind, but Benny Allen read the tap from Big Spider Burton the centre beautifully and just cleared the ball. And Pete said it was a bit of a wobbly kick, but if you're in front, you get the chance, don't you?
My word, you've got every possible chance. And the Fremantle side getting the good start to the second term that they were looking for. Grigic, Liberatore has a little bit of an argument there with Kellett. Now it's Acosta, Collinuk rather. His kick to half forward, good mark. Well done, Hargraves. Handball on, that's what Footscray got to do into the breeze. Liberatore to full forward, Footscray mark taken by Osborne, and that is exactly the way the Bulldogs play this ground. They get the ball out of the centre, a couple of little hand passes, move it quickly and give the forward a chance. Richard Osborne, he's kicked one. Could possibly miss this, could he?
Pretty simple game. You go direct, Robbo.
Oh, Ross, I wish more people would say that. Strategies and God knows what, but get the football and get it down there, and Osborne gets the goal. So Richard Osborne has kicked his second goal for the Bulldogs, and Footscray reach back the lead, albeit by just 2 behinds. 5-5 to 5-3.
Yes, it's always said it's a simple game, but it's always been that way. If you get the ball, use the least number of times to get it forward. Give your forwards a chance. Libber straight down the centre. It was a terrific mark by Osborne because he had to go with the flight of the footy. Had Chisholm coming from the back. Took it well.
Liberatore instrumental in the goal.
Good battle between these two beanstalk ruckmen, Burton and Grigic.
It is a good battle. Spider, of course, went off halfway through the first quarter. Flipped up again. Allen a chance, overruns it. Liberatore dragged off the football, jarred free. Kick off the ground by Norrish. Out wide towards the boundary line. Mildenhall and West. Miller. Wills. Grigic meets him solidly. Smith. As I said, their best offender in the first quarter. Stanfield back onto the ground after leaving the ground with a blood problem. Leach was the flyer from behind. West. Liberatore. How was he off the ground at the start of the match? Kickett gets back the better. Looks for teammates. Hand pass smothered. Johnson. Ramiro right on 50 against the breeze. Oh, Lane took a flyer against him. Might be 50. Ball was kicked away.
Yeah, it's a bit tough if they did, mate, but it won't be paid. 4 on the back, as you said.
And he put his hand on the shoulder during the marking contest. Oh, nothing wrong with that one. Burton a mile off the ground. Leach from left centre wing. Shepherd applied by Waters. Still he goes, Leach. He's got plenty to burn too.
Too far.
He's gone too far. He's pinged. He had the pace. He just ran a little bit too far.
He didn't look all that surprised when the whistle blew either. Footscray aren't handling this ball at all.
West. Grigic, you'll have to move, son, and he does.
He's a good player.
Liberatore on his own. Go! Caught. Great tackle from Mildenhall. He's been brilliant, Ben Allen. A little bit too slow there to get rid of it. Chisholm.
There's another one, Ross. He's going to get this one, I think.
No, he's not.
Well,
how can you push a bloke in the back cannot get played a free kick ends. It's amazing.
It's going to be a bounce on the outer side, 65 metres from the Footscray goal.
Well, I think both sides making mistakes that look so simple, but conditions can be a little awkward here at the Western Oval. This is Liberatore, tapped down by Grigic. Good kick. Oh, great effort, but he might be in a bit of trouble, is he? Let's hope he gets up from this. Gee whiz, had eyes on the ball. Is it Ramiro? Running into, I think, Steve Wallace. Bang, Chris Grant, Richard Osborne. It's not Steve Wallace, but I think the player down is
Ramiro?
maybe Jose Ramiro.
Johnson, I think it is.
It's Johnson,
You're right,
yes, Peter, and he showed a lot of courage to run with the flight of the ball. Trainer's checking, and obviously, but he's a tough little customer. I've heard his name mentioned in dispatches, Ross, as a possible State of Origin player, Brad Johnson.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's shown a lot in his limited number of games, and he's only played 9 in 94. Shown a lot in those games. As you said, that's terribly courageous.
Well, he looks okay, and plenty of trainers around to check on his condition. He'll go for goal. It'll be a good kick to score a goal. Brad Johnson tries to keep it low, too low, and the mark taken by Big Burton right on the goal line.
Spider Burton. And a Chisholm. Around Osborne. Back to O'Reilly. Well, that's 3 or 4 positions and they've gone nowhere. Cargroves over the top. West. Little flip on. Mildenhall. He's been pretty good. First game. Spiral punt kick off that left foot. Burrows beaten for it. Watts goes through. Might get a second chance. No, Cameron. Ubiquitously on Cameron to centre wing. Mildenhall again.
Bit of pace. Well, he's won a Sandover medal, Pete, in Perth. He can play.
Quite obviously. From right centre wing now to put the Dockers into attack. Cameron over Waters, who had 8 possessions in the first quarter. Waters still trying to get clear. Cameron grabbed low, was he? Liberatore, the hand pass to Ramiro. Oh, great tackle by Edwards. Ball jarred free. Still a chance for Footscray. Costa's kick up towards centre wing. And Burton with height to burn knocks it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Mildenhall goes back to his position, or is he going to come off?
He's coming off, yes, and Sean McManus will be the player to come on for his first run in AFL.
McManus replacing Delaney in the selected side. Liberatore flips it out in front. Cameron from a standing start, slews off the side of the boot. Free kick is going to be taken to McManus. He's just come onto the ground. His first touch in the AFL will be a free.
Nice way to get one, isn't it?
It is. Get your hands on the footy early, and that's just what he's doing. McManus from right centre wing.
Kicks long down towards half forward, approaching the 50-metre line. Good mark, Grigic. Pushing the back. Well, the umpire was in a pretty good position.
The umpire, David Howley's pretty experienced.
Grigic not arguing at all as Burton goes towards full forward. 50 metres against Grigic. Well, that should nearly put Burton on the goal line. It's outside 50, so the angle should still remain.
Yeah, Ridley finished up with the footy, but he's going to have to give it back to Big Spider. You'll see this again. Here's the push initially. Burton pushing back.
Touching that.
From this angle, no.
And Big Ilya obviously wasn't all that happy. Encroached on the mark, and 50-metre penalty applied. Burton from nearly in the square kicks for goal and has put it through for a Fremantle goal.
Just.
It was close, wasn't it, Pete?
Yeah.
In fact, I thought he'd missed it from here.
6-3 plays 5-5. 15 minutes left in the second term.
Well, Grigic from this angle seemed to have his eye on the ball, and he went for that grab, but the umpire, David Howlett, said that he infringed in the back of Burton, and then he ran across the mark, gave away the 50, and goal results.
Back to the centre. David Howlett, of course, responsible for one of the more controversial 15-metre penalties years ago, that Melbourne Hawthorn preliminary final against the Demons. It gave it to Bucky, remember?
Yes.
This is McManus.
You did.
I think all Melbourne and Hawthorn supporters will remember it. Spider Burton doing well despite the flu. Costa, hand pass to Sutton, seemed to be asleep. Waters, he's been brilliant so far, Scotty Waters. 10 possessions already. Croft underneath it. Wills Might get another chance. Wardell Johnson, dangerous near goal. Oh, perfect pass delivered to Norrish, who started on the bench, and Norrish, with the breeze at his back, has a chance at his first goal.
Yeah, foot skills of Lee Wardell Johnson are very good. The player to step up to this grade at 25 years of age and giving up a career as a metallurgist, he's done very well. Good vision there.
Played well against Geelong. Kick at goal by Norrish is off target. Might be a behind. Right on the goal umpire for this one it is. So Norwish's first score of the day is a minor one. 40 plays 35 in favour of Fremantle, and 14 minutes left in the half. Leon Cameron again to kick in.
Well, the multiple goal scorers, Richard Osborne has kicked 2 for Footscray and Andrew Wills has kicked 2 for the Dockers. But still, the fullbacks hang on to the ball until the umpire warns them. Cameron kicks into the right half back. That could have been deemed as another push there, but it's given the all clear this time. Grigich gets it to West. West over the top. Rowan Smith doesn't mind carrying the ball before he gives it off. Left foot kicking towards the centre of the ground. That could have been deemed as a push. No sirree. Watts leaves it behind. There's a chance for the Dockers to go forward. Kick it. Gets it back to Edwards. The kick across the half-forward line. Wardell Johnson. Little kick by that player. Too short. Liberatore. Ben Allen gets it back. Chisholm. Is there a little bit of confusion? No. He keeps his footing. Handball away to Norrish. Norrish from the edge of the square. Goes towards the goal. Wills punched away there by Croft to the safety of the boundary line.
There's Andrew Wills there trying to take a chest mark. He should have gone forward and put his hands up and trying to take it overhead. Just allowed Croft a chance to get in and punch the ball away.
Right forward pocket for the Dockers. Mann and Stanfield. Mann does well. Attempted kick off the ground by Wills. Footscray defence working very hard deep in their full-back area. This is Watts. Watts from the back pocket kicks it out towards the half-back flank area. Grigich could mark in front of Burton. Just looks a little too physical there for Burton. Big Ilya Grigich goes for the hand pass, then decides to kick in towards the centre of the ground. Hargraves. Free kick though will go to Collingwood.
Collingwood at left centre wing, taken out of the marking contest. Kicks towards left half forward, and it's a good mark taken by Costa. Maybe too far out to score against the breeze. Osborne in front. Ball paddled to the back. Parker. Ben Allen. Lane comes at him.
Good kick.
Allen's kick up towards Big Spider Burton. Away he goes. McManus. His second touch. First was a free kick. He'll get around West. Nice balk. Not too much on offer for him, so decides to go long. Kicks it straight to Danny Southern. Mark, free kick, whatever. Croft. Around Ridley. Kicks it back to the centre wing. These two giants again. Oh, Ilya. West. What a great kick. Into space. Scotty Waters. Not Waters, it's Ben Allen. Kicks into the man on the mark, standing in front of him. It's all tied up and it's going to be a bounce. Almost on the boundary line. About 65 metres from the Footscray goal. 11 and a half minutes left in the half.
Brad Johnson coming off again, Pete. Nigel Kellett to come back on.
Johnson got that heavy knock, of course. Burton from his skipper. This is Parker. Or Miller, rather. And Grigich. Having a bit of a purple patch in the second quarter, apart from giving away the 50 metres. And the man that's just come onto the ground, Kellett, gives it away to Watts. He's also covering plenty of territory. Osborne had made the lead, has to get back quickly. Grant is in there as well. And the Fremantle defence through the agency over Riley, able to take it over the line. 5-5 to 6-4 at the Western Oval. Good game of football. Breeze, we thought was going to be about a 4 or 5 goal job. Hasn't turned out that way. They are scoring at both ends. Burton and Grigich. One by Freo. Ooh, Kickett or Chisholm in there. Tried to go off the ground. It's Kickett. Didn't succeed. And Romero hands the ball back to the umpire. So a bounce. Only 20 metres from goal. Same to Ruckman. Hargraves tried to pinch it. Liberatore! Hit the post!
Gee, it was a good effort.
Great effort by Libba. Register's only one behind.
He's a lively little customer, isn't he, Tony Liberatore?
His first score of the day. The multi-medalist, we call him. Morris, Gardner and Brownlow, as well as the best and fairest here.
Kick in, and the mark has been taken by Miller. He looks to play on. Kickett's on his own. Oh, good effort. West, play on, says the umpire. West comes away with the ball. Ramiro, get it onto your boot quickly. He does. Into the forward pocket here, off the foot of Chisholm. And is it off his hands or his feet? Well, the boundary umpire says off his feet. So the free kick will go to Grant. What did you think, Ross? It was pretty close, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked to me off his foot, but then Chisholm, whether he's just trying to be clever there, which was a clever move to say it was off his arm.
Well, Chris Grant, this is nearly an impossible kick. Runs around onto his left foot, kicks across the face. Hargraves couldn't take the mark. Leaving it behind was Osborne. The Dockers defence, that hand pass a bit too fierce. Chance for Parker to get clear. He runs outside 50, kicks it short. Burrows and Southern. And it goes over for a throw-in. Burton going off. And we'll see there again. And it just may have hit him between the knee and the ankle. Is that the shed? Approximately that area. Grigic, Burrows, tackled by Grigic. Ball spills for Liberatore. I don't think anyone can hang on to Tony Liberatore. Towards full forward, good mark taken by O'Reilly. A little bit too strong there for Chris Grant.
Good battle, that one. Grant's taken a couple of good marks. Chisholm.
Norris is off Pete and McGovern back on.
He plays on. Man collides with West and also McManus. Tried to get the hand pass. Stanfield, well done, yes, to Smith. I've said a couple of times, defending Grandley, you'll need to be good here, and he is. He's got pace, he's got skills. Osborne in front, has it punched well clear. Kellett. Now a chance for a Footscray goal. Commonyuk, he's kicked it, has he? All clear. Steve Commonyuk's first goal. Footscray 6-6 back in front by 2 points from Fremantle 6-4.
Yes, I think you're suggesting there to Scotty Chisholm that that's how you do it, but it's great work by Kellett just to attack that ball into the congestion there. And Steve Commonyuk, that's what he's there for.
Well, still 10 minutes left in this term. Footscray a chance to go clear from the centre, bounce through Cameron. Cameron's kick is wide, but nicely weighted in the finish because it was difficult for Leach to make up ground on Lane there. Lane's kick towards half forward. Ramiro, ball comes to the ground. Taken away there for the Fremantle side by Jones. Now Leach gets back into the action again. Leach's kick into the centre. The mark should be taken by Edwards. It is. He runs on, awkward kicking style, but he does well towards the full forward area, and the mark is taken by Hutton.
It's important he settles here, Robbo, and just kicks the goal.
Down the ground quickly, the Dockers.
Lead has changed 4 times this quarter, Robbo.
Well, it's been a titanic struggle for most of the first half. The Dockers got 4 goals against the Breeze, and Hutton can give them back the lead. He's usually a pretty good kick that goes away with the Breeze, but it may have sneaked through. No, it's a point. Hutton kicks his second behind. Poker face goal umpire and a poker face jurisdiction. 1 point the margin for the Bulldogs. Leon Cameron covers some territory, plays on the wing and does all the kicking in. Goes into the right back pocket. The mark is taken by Steve Wallace.
This is an unusual one, isn't it? But he kicks in well. Obviously a ploy that's working for Alan Joyce. West, when they got beaten, annihilated by Carlton, he was their best player, I thought. Costa, he certainly gave them something that day. From midfield. West kick to Osborne. Another blonde. Grant does well. Excellent hand pass. He could make it 2. Commonyuk goes at goal. Bends back. Great kick.
Best play of the day so far.
2 goals to Commonyuk, and Footscray brought that from one end of the ground to the other. 7-6 to 6-5.
Which is good play by Grant too. Good pace. Southern comes off and Crediot comes back on again. And Collingwood proving elusive. The pace here of Grant getting away from Chisholm and just turning there. Sets up Collingwood. Good pace. Steadies. Those were they on this ground.
Well, the ball carrier, Scotty West from half back, was very much in the action as the umpire restarts play at the centre. Grigic gets it down to Ramiro, throws it onto his right foot. Mark taken by Kickett. Controlled that pretty well. Dale Kickett. He's on the defensive end of the square and he runs away. Kicks it high in towards half forward. Punched away. The ball rebounds for Costa. Gets his fist to it, so fairly gets rid of it. Stanfield high. Cameron. Ball sits at his feet. Little kick was all right. Important. Costa. Wider still for Kolonyuk. Kolonyuk back onto the right foot and then bombs away. Sit under this one and finish into the Royal Melbourne. But no, Scott Chisholm does it. He marks it at right half back. Short kick. Okay. No. Dropped there by Edwards. Throws it onto his left foot. The ball spills for Miller. Miller tackled. Hand pass. Okay. Rowan Smith. He gets good penetration with his right foot. This is a good kick towards half forward. Oh, the high flyer was Lane. Kellett's got the ball. Handball back. Liberatore spills it. But they can't grab hold of him. Tony Liberatore to the full forward area. And the mark is taken by Osborne. And he must be the hardest man in football to tackle, Liberatore.
He tried to get him by the legs and he just kept going.
The centre of gravity must be below ground level. That's impossible, but it has to be.
Can you explain that, please?
Osborne from 30 metres. Difficult shot. And he kicks it behind. Important kick in the context of the game. Goals are fairly hard to come by. 7-7 Bulldogs, 6-5 Fremantle. And we've still got a few minutes left in this second term as Scott Chisholm kicks in short and the mark is taken by Kickett.
Kickett at half back. 5.5 minutes left in the half.
Good kick.
Well-weighted kick. Man. The more experienced campaigners. Hutton, good mark.
Almost the same spot as his last kick, Pete.
Yes, I wonder if he's learnt by that, like golfers do on somebody else's putt.
Yeah, just a shade more to the left, I think, than the previous kick, and it'll be right.
Bit more borrow, Ross.
More borrow.
If you're a player like John Hutton Ross and you don't get many touches, you really have to convert these
exactly.
Opportunities.
And if you
Get too many in the first quarter, taking a couple of grabs in the second. Oh, he's allowed for that one.
There you go.
Beautifully done. That's a goal. Greeted by silence. So John Hutton has kicked 1 goal, 2 now. And again, the difference at the Western Oval is only 2 points, 49-47.
And again, the advantage of playing direct footy straight from the kick out. Kickett marked it, then get down to Man with about a 50-metre kick, and then Man with another 45 job. Finishes the Hutton. So 3 kicks and it's a goal.
Bit of a mongrel punt kick too, wasn't it, in the finish? But
it's a Stephen Kernahan kick.
He did guide it nicely through for a goal. Important centre break here. Ramiro, his kick smothered off the boot. Still a chance. Now the opportunity with McGovern. Gives away a little bit of ground. Kick forward by O'Reilly towards half forward. Oh, that's a top effort there by Peter Mann. It's been paid. Footscray supporters not happy. Now, if Peter Mann can get onto this, he can nearly kick a goal. Goes short. Will's a good mark. No, it's Ridley rather. Leading out and marking in front of his face.
It was a good mark, wasn't it? It stuck.
So Peter Mann doing well at centre half forward for the Dockers.
Yeah, good grab too. Ridley had problems pre-season with a dislocated shoulder. It's a good effort.
Well, again, we saw the previous shot at goal by John Hutton. So if Ridley can take a leaf out of his book,
similar spot.
Surely he should be able to kick a goal from here. If he does, it'll put Fremantle back in front. Ridley runs straight towards goal. It's a lovely kick by Todd Ridley. And he kicks his second goal. Well, there are a few Fremantle supporters out here. Not many. A few hand claps and cheers there, and you can see them appreciative there of Todd Ridley's efforts. He kicks his second. And the Dockers get the lead back by 4 points.
Yes, well, Footscray have actually done reasonably well in this term just to restrict the Dockers. It could have been a few more goals they would have scored, but Footscray have worked well into the breeze. They've just got to hold the Dockers now. Don't let them get another goal before the half-time break.
5 lead changes in this quarter alone. Burrows gets it down to Waters. Kick smothered. Opportunity for Edwards. Tries to paddle the ball in front of him. Giving him backup supporters Chisholm. He's going backwards. Finally gets it away to McGovern on centre wing. Brushes one tackle. Past another player. kicks towards midfield, and Waters, who's been terrific today, onto Burrows. McManus on his own. Kick number 3. Will it be his first goal? No one comes at him. Kicks straight and puts it through. So Sean McManus, a late inclusion in the side for Tony Delaney, gets his first AFL goal, and the Dockers stretch their lead to 10 points.
In fact, he was out there on his own for what seemed like 5 minutes. No one within QE. Here's the kick from Burrows. He could have taken 2 bounces, and still there wouldn't have been anyone within 15 metres. No one prepared to run at him. Not good defensive play by the Bulldogs.
Well, Footscray had the lead, but Fremantle have kicked 3 goals in 3 minutes just before half-time, and very important. Footscray get a free kick here. Liberatore, the recipient, right in the centre of the ground. Dockers lead by 10 points. Liberatore's kick. Good effort there by Leach, taken by Lane. Lane goes for goal. Back goes Chisholm. Defends Grandley. In the square, runs away from that area and kicks wide. Out in the Grigich direction. Big Ilya up in front, couldn't take the mark, but a vital little tap there. Ramiro gets it back again. Over the top, you're in trouble, Tony. The tackle has been applied by the Dockers captain, Ben Allen, and the umpire deems that everything was all clear. Can't get the ball away from that congestion, so he will bounce. There's the umpires officiating in this game. Ball spills back towards the centre. West didn't really have control of the football and was grabbed onto by the jumper. So Scotty West has the free kick. He's on centre wing and he kicks towards half forward. Oh, top mark. Great mark taken by O'Reilly.
Great grab, wasn't it?
Yes. Kicks wide. Taken by McManus. McManus is at half back. Kicks down the wing. And the chest mark taken by Mann. And Stanfield pushed him in the back as he went into that mark. Could have nearly been deemed as a penalty. But nothing doing from the umpire. Peter Mann plays on, tries to get the torpedo punt kick moving. Punched away. Wills runs into trouble, gets the handball away. Taken by Miller. Gives away a bit of ground. Back to Ben Allen. Player loose. Wills. And he's marked at half forward.
Yeah, it's a mark.
Well, it looked all clear, didn't it, from our vantage point anyway. He's kicked 2 goals, Andrew Wills, so he's been a contributor.
2-1, and he had a hand in another goal early too.
Yes, some quick hands there by the Dockers players just to allow them to get out of trouble. And the kick from Ben Allen, he certainly held that, only came out as it hit the ground.
Again, employed as a goal kicker, so he must convert this opportunity. Wills goes for goal. The ball drifts away with a breeze. Just one behind registered for Fremantle. 2 goals, 2 now to Andrew Wills as we have another look, Roscoe, at his mark.
Yeah, it was a good mark. Kick from Allen just set up a bit too much, but in the end, Wills was good enough to get the cherry.
58 seconds before half-time. Number 16, Croft, calling forward on the boundary line. Cameron runs in his direction. Goes over his head. Hutton goes for the boundary line. Succeeds in knocking it out there. Almost could have gone for the mark. He trots back to his position, and it will be a throw-in. Dockers hitting a purple patch. 3 goals in 3 minutes, as Robbo mentioned. Burrows, Grigich, Liberatore. Ball jarred free in the tackle. Came from McGovern. Cameron, great skills. 93 best and fairest here at Footscray. Hargraves the mark, short of half forward. Can the Doggies get one before the break? Need to be a mark here. Osborne on the lead and marks. So a vital kick in the context of the quarter and the game. Seconds remaining before half-time. Osborne for his 3rd. It's going to be a difficult one because he's against this breeze, which is not as strong as it was, but he's 45 metres out. He's missed it. Missed everything. Now, Kellett, he's got speed. He'll need to kick it. Costa running away from goal. The snapshot is there. It won't be a score. And off the hands, it might be a rush behind. Have to wait on the goal umpire. Nothing. No score.
No, they played it a point.
Did they?
He's given it as a point, Pete.
They did. Okay.
Yes.
He's waving the flag for one behind. We'll put it down as a rush behind to Footscray. And so at half-time, they will trail. The Dockers score will be 9-6, and Footscray coming up to 7-8 at the change, a difference of 10 points. Second half about to get underway at the Western Oval. The Dockers against the Breeze, which has sprung up, leading by 10 points. We had 5 lead changes in the second term alone. Spider Burton back onto the ground. Waters, 11th disposal. He's been terrific, Scotty Waters. They got the first goal of the opening quarter. Southern to Wills, who's been good. Edwards around his body, and the mark taken, and then almost dropped by Mann. Against the Breeze from that side of the ground, a tricky kick at best.
Yes, he's going to have to punch it to the left-hand goalpost, Pete, I would think.
Those stats pretty good. 7 marks and coming in for his 7th kick. Former North Melbourne utility player, Peter Mann, inside 50. Oh, that's a great mark. I think it's Burrows.
Yes, Pete, yep.
Terrific grab.
He's very good in those situations. He does have a good lead, but if you give him a chance to run and jump, don't take out his ground, he'll always take those grabs on you.
That's the angle he's looking at. Runs around, goes at goal, tries to bend it back. I think he's kicked it into the drill hall, but it's a behind. So the first score of the second half coming up to Craig Burrows. Let's look at that mark again. Great grab, Ross.
Yeah, he's taking a run and jump, as I mentioned. Southern in front, probably doing the right thing, but he needed another defender behind to come over the top and spoil.
Cameron kicks in to the far side of the ground. Steve Wallace has made good position there and marks left half back, just outside the 50-metre area. Kicks down towards the wing. High flyer was Grant from behind. One wonders why that's not deemed as a free kick when you get rid of the opponent and don't take the mark.
Well, it's always one of those ones that's open to conjecture, isn't it, Robbo? Stanfield's in ruck with Grigich at full forward.
Jones looks as though he's on Grant now at half back. Bulldogs get forward. West gives away a little bit of ground, goes back to Cameron, back to West. West will have to kick. No, he's tackled as he slipped the hand pass. It was not effective. Chopped off by Miller. Miller goes across the ground. Only Footscray players there to gather the ball. Liberatore, short pass is all right. The mark is taken by Smith. Now Smith can kick the ball long distances. He gets around onto his right foot and then thumps it in towards centre half forward. Out in front, Osborne, punched away by Parker. Percentages played there by the Dockers defender. In goes Edwards, and eventually it is over for a boundary throw-in. Scott Edwards there for the Fremantle team. It's about 75 to 80 metres around from the Footscray goal. They'd need to kick 2 quick goals if they're to be in this. Ramiro's kicked to full forward. The ball spills to the bottom. Kolonyuk still a chance. Still a chance is Steve Kolonyuk. Throws it on his left foot to the square. It's hurried over for a rush behind to the Bulldogs.
Yes, you're right, Robert. Anthony Jones is picking up Grant. O'Reilly's had to go back to fullback to pick up Grigich, the bigger player there.
Chisholm to kick it back in. The margin, 10 points as it was at half-time.
Spider Burton there, the tallest man in the AFL, and McGovern, with about a foot of difference from their height. Chisholm's kick. Had a great season so far, Chisholm. Marking contest at the fall of the ball. Kick it and Costa. Liberatore onto the left foot. Long bomb. One behind. Put by Tony Liberatore. His second for the afternoon.
This is the way they started in the first quarter. They kicked, I think, 3 or 4 behinds to start with. Footscray with a little bit of breeze at their back.
Took a while to settle, didn't they?
9 points the difference now. The captain leading by example. Ben Allen on West, out wide. Grant in front. Grant behind. Grant mark. No. Edwards. Ball jarred free in the tackle. Miller. Still Grant taking the hand pass. Kick it. Oh, got one high for his trouble.
What's wrong with Ramiro then? He was the closest to that contest.
Kick it from half back. McGovern. Right at the centre circle. And against the breeze in the third quarter. Well, the Dockers have played pretty well. They beat Fitzroy out here in round 3, their first win.
It's Miller, actually. They kicked to the smallest man, McGovern did, and they found him.
Still got it. So Peter Miller, too far out to score from there. 2 kicks from goal. Burrows again the chance. Ball dropped short. Southern and Wills. Southern hit him on the back of the head. Hutton comes in. Wallace, former captain. It bounces, and it bounces right next to the interchange gates in front of McManus, and Leighton Cleuston the side for Delaney, and it will be thrown in. Left half forward. for the Fremantle Dockers. Burton and Stanfield. With that bandage across his nose, Barry Stanfield. Liberatore. Good long kick by the Brownlow medalist. Grant edges out his opponent. Good use of the body. Gets back quickly. Smith takes the flip on. Clear of Kickett. Goes at goal and has missed to the right-hand side for one behind. But a good effort on the run. Kicked by Smith.
I don't quite agree with you, Peter. I think that he should have probably nearly kicked that. Roscoe, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I think he's good enough to have done it.
It's important that they do capitalise, and they're missing too easy in the start of this third term, and the Dockers wasting time. Ben Allen asked to play on. Now that's deliberate. That, in my opinion, is a dead set deliberate out of bounds, and if you're going to get airy-fairy about it, don't give any of them.
Okay. What Ben Allen's saying to David Howlett, then he said, well, I was just going back to get away from the man on the mark, and Howlett's called him play on. Well, Robbo, where does he go after that? What does he do? Just drop the ball in front of him?
Well, don't give deliberate out of bounds then. That'll be the best way of doing it.
Well, that's a stupid thing that this is.
Now Liberatore bursts his way through, and Liberatore kicks a great goal for the Bullies. That might be what Footscray need. Inspirational stuff from one of the smallest men on the ground. If he's not, he'd be equal to it with Peter Miller. And he gets Footscray's 8th goal. They trail by 2 points.
Yeah, almost a very similar player, Robbo. You're right there. Libert, not a renowned goal kicker, but that on his right foot is not preferred. Terrific effort, and you're right. I think that might be the inspiration. But a bit of a confusing decision by umpire Howlett against Ben Allen, I thought.
Terrific bounce, straight up in the air. Burton gets it down to McGovern, tackled by Cameron. Away goes Waters. Waters doing well in the middle of the ground. Stanfield a little late. The kick goes wide to half-back. Taken by Steve Wallace. Kellett in trouble. The ball spills. Ben Allen missed it. McManus taps it clear. Only as far as Liberatore. In the action. Croft goes after it, drags it back in. Edwards tries to get the ball clear. And the umpire calls for a bounce.
The crowd calling for a kicking in danger, but in fact, I think if we saw that, which we may not, I don't think anyone really was in danger there.
And Liberatore 164 centimetres, Miller 168 for the record book. McGovern, West, tackled, ball jarred free, picks it up again. This guy can run. Kellett, a hand pass to Ramiro, who is standing still. Kellett again. Jones going with him. Still Kellett. Long bomb towards half forward. Out comes Griggage, loses it, and Burrows has got it. Parker.
Great mark.
Miller. In space. McManus. McManus from left centre wing. Looks for the spider, and he's got him. Burton at left half forward. West will stand the mark. Hutton makes a lead. Good mark. Taken down there by Crediuk.
No one down here making position. No big men 50 metres away from where he's going to kick it. So
McManus on his own. Look at that. What a shocking kick.
No, there's just nobody making position for him.
That's a good mark. Taken by Mann. Too far out to score against the wind. Knows that. Goes short on his own. Peter Miller again.
He's cut him up, hasn't he?
My word.
He's been terrific.
2 goals to Miller. And you would say a chance, but maybe the distance a little too much from there. Kick number 10 for Miller.
Goal.
Distance is no problem. He's got his 3rd. So Miller becomes the leading goal kicker in the match to date, and Fremantle go to 10-7, maintaining their advantage to Footscray 8-11.
That player on screen there, Peter Mann's been pretty effective at centre half forward. He's given the Dockers a target to kick to, and this is another example where they're prepared to share it around. The Footscray players still not awake to the fact that they'll always chip it. And Peter Miller, as Robbo said, been very consistent.
Bounce, and it favours Footscray. They get the ball down to the half-forward line, kick it, gets past, then maybe a trip, no. Jones with the ball now for the Dockers, kicks into the centre of the ground. Burton just bounces at his feet, but he does well. Intelligently gets it out the back to Mann. Mann runs away from Liberatore and then goes to the goal front. The contest back there. Ridley at the back. Crediuk helps it through. Hutton's kicked it off the ground. It may have hit the post. Yes. Gee, that was a close encounter for John Hutton. 1-3 to the Dockers full forward.
Yes, he kicked it. We might see this a replay. Jostling back, Crediuk in front position, just gets the punch through, and then Hutton running through there with Quill. Just gets his boot to ball onto the post. So is he. Good work by Spider Burton in the centre though to tap the ball free.
Leon Cameron again does the kicking out. Kicks long, Wallace at the back. Stanfield, Kellett. Former captain snares it once more, close to the wing. Wallace's kick, straight to the opposition again. Chisholm. He'll chip it short, looking for the skipper. Allen is there. Costa comes in and comes at him hard. He'll get the free kick, Costa. He was taken high. Costa from midfield. Tries the long bomb, real up in the air job. That doesn't help the forwards much. And they're going to run it out. Jones. Out wide to McManus. He's looked all right too. Newcomer, first game.
Scotty Waters just telling him too, Pete, just to slow down and wait for the players to come up.
He decides to go for a bounce and go across goal, chewing up more time. Chisholm. He's had a great year. O'Reilly well up from the key defence post. Grigic won't catch him. Edwards will come into a player shepherd. O'Reilly's kick down towards Ridley. Two hands to it. Wills, who's been dangerous. Could have given away a free kick there to Footscray. Hutton again tries to go off the ground. Ridley runs into a brick wall in Croft. Southern goes in. Wills, did he get tripped? Liberatore.
Look at him.
Unbelievable.
Little bloke with a heart as big as a mountain.
This is Cameron. Didn't look a great kick off the boot.
Got to start taking some risks, Footscray, I think.
Grigic.
The bombing away's not working.
No, this is what they've been doing. High flyer was Chisholm. Ramiro at midfield. Former North Melbourne utility down towards full forward. Osborne!
Parker just getting caught under that yet front positive, just pushed himself too far on the ball, then couldn't get back quickly enough. And
Two goals, one to Richard Osborne. And Crediuk.
It's a kick on the knee, I think, Pete.
Looks the worse for wear. Well, distance won't be a problem for Aussie. Only his fifth kick. He's kicked 2 goals, 1. 5 times he won the goal kicking at Fitzroy. From 35 metres out directly in front. Kicks at goal and has got the goal, has he? Yes. 3 goals, 1 to Osborne, but Footscray going goal for goal with the win. They want a few more, 10-8 to 9-11.
This, as Robbo said, they're going to have to try and take some chances. I agree if they can just chip the ball around a bit and do what the Dockers are doing. Just take some chances, perhaps go across ground and just break it open a bit. Or alternatively, if they get the ball, be specific and go direct. As they did then with Osborne getting away from his man, it was effective.
Well, you would think that Footscray would certainly need the lead at 3/4 time if they're to win this game, but the Dockers go forward again through Chisholm, nearly run down by Smith. Chisholm gets the handball to Ben Allen, back over the top to Chisholm. He's going to get caught. No. Does he ever get caught? No, sirree. Kicks towards the forward pocket area. Attempted kick off the ground, been missed. Not by Hutton. Hutton's kick has been marked in the square by Crediuk. Looking to play on is Crediuk. Can go down the ground to Cameron, but he elects to come to this member's side. Gets outside 50. McManus, no, at the back, Scotty West. He may pay the penalty, McManus. Well done, Burton. Professional free kick because Scotty West was away. West can give it to Southern. Southern is positioning himself at centre-half back. Can he get past Burton? No. Big Grigic is there, but Danny Southern forced to go back and take his kick. Nearly up to the centre of the ground. Kicks it fairly long. It goes 55 metres towards centre-half forward. At the back, no mark. Through goes McGovern from centre-half back. He runs after one bounce and then kicks wide. Out in front of Peter Mann. Peter Mann and Croft. The bounce is terrible for Mann. Watts, Croft. Croft gets the handball away, looking for Liberatore. Tackled there by Waters. Ball spills. Watts leaves it for Steve Wallace. Wallace's kick is off the side of his boot, but well marked by Cameron. Cameron can run right down the ground. 3 bounces now. Left half forward. He kicks in towards full forward. Great mark taken by Chris Grant. That ball came in quite fiercely, and Grant judged it, and it stuck.
He adjusted very well. He just got Jones off balance there just enough. Jones wanting front posse, but just a bit of a nudge. All very legal. And he's such a big big fellow is Chris Grant, deceptively big and strong and quick for his size. That time just judged it beautifully.
Chris Grant has kicked one. Richard Osborne kicked his third just a couple of moments ago for Footscray. This goal can give Footscray the lead. Grant from only 30 metres out kicks truly. Grant's second goal. Kolonyuk has kicked 2. Osborne 3 and Footscray lead by 3 points.
And Robert, the importance of Leon Cameron getting into the game and being productive. He's had plenty of touches of the footy, but he creates through the midfield and sets it up, and his kicking usually, his disposal is pretty good. And he's the player they need to just continue that good form, give them some balance through midfield.
O'Reilly looks as though he's gone back onto him.
Yeah, Jones has come out to centre-half back to pick up Stanfield. Grigic into the ruck.
3 points the difference. A thriller at the Western Oval in the third quarter. 8 minutes left in it. West gets a bounce he doesn't want or doesn't like. McManus, hand pass away. McGovern went through solidly. Cameron.
Well done. Brilliant footwork.
Around Allen. It was Leon Cameron to half forward. Grant again. As Ross said, he's a pretty big guy, deceptively so, and deceptively quick. Tried for the long bomb, didn't get onto it. Ball dropped short, well short in fact. Romero has to try to get back, kick it. Well tackled by Osborne. He picks up the loose ball. Well, Osborne's got him again. Jones. Norrish. Parker. Parker in left back pocket. Low trajectory drop punt. Well done to McGovern. McGovern at half back. Across the goal to the outer side. The defensive side here at the Western Oval. Picked up beautifully by O'Reilly, who's also deceptively quick. He'll give it to Waters. The ball will, or should sit nicely for him. It does. Past Costa. The kick up towards the elusive Wills, who's been dangerous close to goal. Goes for distance with the kick. Ridley was the flyer. Still a chance. Miller over the top with the hand pass. Man across his body. Long bomb at goal. And that looks pretty good. I think he's kicked it. Yes, he has. Great goal. So Peter Mann kicks his first, and the lead changes again at the Western Oval. The Dockers back in front, 11-8 to 10-11.
Yes, and they're preparing us again, Pete, to go across the ground. McGovern in that back line with Steve O'Reilly running off, and they change to Waters. Spider Burton's off again, Mildenhall back on. But again, changing direction, taking a punt, and it comes off.
Seven minutes left. And again, important centre clearance. Liberatore gets his foot to it, only goes about 3 metres. And a congestion. Umpire forced to bounce. McGovern for the Dockers. Now, interesting 5 or 6 minutes without Burton on the ground. The Burrow's been brought into the ruck up against Ilya Grigic. Burrow's a big leap, but Grigic with a big fist to half forward. Smith gets run down. Kick it. Somehow found some space. Romero got him. Spills to McGovern. Then Ben Allen. Ben Allen's got the ball on centre wing. 2 bounces. Could go for a third. Carries the ball. Kicks it over the players at half forward. Back goes Croft in slow motion. Gets the hand pass down. Cameron further still to Liberatore. Going to get run down, but he gets his kick away. Down the wing. Knocked away from Stanfield by Jones. No free kick. A struggle for possession on centre wing. Cameron grasps it and then kicks it with that left foot towards half forward. Out comes Grant. Gathers the ball. He's tackled. Held when he didn't have it. And the Footscray supporters, one wonders whether they've got reason to blue. What are the free kicks? So they're pretty even. 9-7 in favour of the Bulldogs. Grant in towards full forward. Osborne misses it. Kolonyuk still going after it. Oh, strong in there was Jones. Smith didn't like it, but Jones has got the free kick for the Dockers.
Jones goes short, looks for and finds Jason Norrish. Norrish over the head of Grigic, if that's possible. Oh, great vision, superb vision. On the burst is Burrows. A terrific balk by the big guy. Still he goes, kicks towards half forward. Hutton!
A lesson there too, Pete, for Scotty West. Don't run and jump at a play. Keep your feet. As soon as you get your feet off the ground, the player goes around you.
So Hutton, probably too far out against the breeze.
Good jump.
But they have kicked them from down there. Right on 50. Oh, he's given it a mammoth roost. Certainly no problems with the distance, but the accuracy leaving a little bit to be desired, and one behind. Kicked by Scott Hutton, so 1 goal 4 by him. 11-9 to 10-11. Fremantle by 4 points, and John Hutton 1-4. So Cameron, as is his wont, kicking in close to the line. Good roost. Southern at the back, couldn't take it. Mildenhall an opportunity. Southern beats him for it. Wallace does well, the veteran. Wallace's kick up towards midfield. Oh, half volley. Collingwood did well to make something of it. Kick it. Grabbed his opponent when he didn't have the footy.
They were lucky. I think the Dockers were away then.
They were. Certainly away. Scott West will take the free kick at midfield. West down the spine of the ground. Grant looking for the free kick, or certainly the supporters were. None there. Edwards, front posse. McManus at left half back. One bounce. Fancies his pace and judgment. Or kicks into space. Southern runs onto it, or runs behind it now. And the ball is kicked, I think, out of bounds by Quill. No, he's kept it in play, Quill. Marking contest on centre wing. Umpire lets it go. West kicks to half forward. Straight into the arms of Chisholm, who's taken the mark. Plays on. Now Smith. It'll bounce. Through for only one behind.
There's some poor disposal, isn't there, Robbo? What you're saying?
Just to kick it straight to the opposition. I mean, the bloke didn't have to move.
At this level, you shouldn't be doing that. The skill level should be good enough. Spider Burton's come back onto the ground. He's gone to the full forward area, and Hutton's come off.
Kick in by O'Reilly finds Jones. Jones is not that much further forward. Footscray a chance here. Little tap on. Was that deemed as a throw? Yes, against Tyson Lane. I've seen a couple of those tap-ons today, Ross, and not been penalised. So the umpire to pick that one out was a little surprising, in my opinion. Chisholm gets it back to Waters. Waters goes from the full-back area wide to half-back, Norrish. Handball over the top. You're in trouble, Dale. Kick it. Run down. Duck the tackle. And a free kick has been applied. It will go to Kickett. Kickett goes down the wing. Some good running provided by Ben Allen. He covers some territory, doesn't he? The captain leading by example, runs up to half forward. He's had 3 bounces. Don't run at him, because then he'll just kick it over your head and kick a goal. That's just about what he did, but it's hit the behind post on the full. So the free kick will go to... I'm only being facetious when I say don't run at him, because, well, if you don't run at him, he just runs up and kicks it over your damn head for a goal. Quill will mark the kick in.
Mark taken by Peter Quill, just up from the right back pocket. Close to three-quarter time here at the Western Oval. Footscray need a goal, or need a couple of goals if they've got
hang on to it, son. Just waste a bit more time.
Yeah. Man underneath it. Almost the mark taken by Burrows. He decides to play on. Good hand pass to Waters. We're almost caught, son. Back to Burrows. No one coming at him either. Tries to draw the man. Finally gets his kick in. It will land short. Southern should spoil from Mildenhall. He does. Allen breaks one tackle. Over to Ridley. They give it back to Allen. He'll kick the goal. Ben Allen cutting them to pieces. Kicking his first for the afternoon, and Fremantle's 12th. 12-9 to 10-12.
And again, just throwing the ball around. Burrows taking one bounce too many, and his kick was very poor, but the running of Allen this quarter has been outstanding. And Ridley, clever here. Quill in 2 miles, didn't know where to go. He was jitterbugging on the mark there. Back forth, drew the man. Easy goal. Good running by Allen.
(14-3) for Ben Allen, and one of the best on the ground, Robbo.
My word, Fremantle lead by 9 points. Grigich gets a big fist to it. It only goes as far as half back where Jones is on his own. Gathers the ball. It was awkward, but he got the hand pass away. Chisholm, who's been terrific again, missed a game because of disciplinary reasons, but boy, gee, they certainly can they afford to leave a player of his ability out of the side. They're doing all right.
I don't think he'll be late for a meeting again, Robbo.
McGovern it is with the football, kicks it into the centre of the ground. Jones runs on and then kicks it with good penetration to half forward, but nearly the mark. If it's not a mark, it'll be a free kick to Quill. And the advantage is now with Footscray. Croft not waking up to it quickly enough. Goes for the big torpedo punt kick down the wing. No one home for Footscray. Smith has got to come all the way down from the centre half forward area. Runs Jones down. The ball spills. The Bulldogs a chance here. Callett has the football. Short pass. Dumped on the 50-metre line was Grant. The player there, O'Reilly. He gets the hand pass. Chisholm. Slippery little customer. kicks the ball along the half-back area. The mark is taken by Jones.
Still they go. This is McGovern. They're going to build on their lead if they can get it up there. Wills, a couple of kicks from goal. The former Geelong player kicks into the pocket, and Ridley, the former Bomber, has taken the mark. Very heavily bandaged, Todd Ridley, and that's the most difficult part of the Western Oval from which to score.
Whilst his stats aren't big, Pete, he's been productive, and then he's created some leads and a target. He's moved around and he's contested.
Obviously fancies himself. As the clock ticks down to three-quarter time, under a minute left. Todd Ridley right on 50. Not a bad kick distance-wise. Accuracy leaves a little bit to be desired, and he's kicked only 1 point. So 2 goals, 1 to Todd Ridley, and the Dockers increase their lead. 10 points, and that's what it was at half-time. We've got 36 seconds remaining, and a tired-looking Leon Cameron. A few deep breaths before he kicks in. Crowd a little bit quiet, expecting Footscray probably to be in front by three-quarter time. With the breeze at their backs in this quarter, Grigic can't take the mark. Might be a free kick to the big fellow. It's going against Craig Burrows. He plays on, and Kellett has taken the mark in front of McManus.
Has to play on Nigel Kellett. He kicks it across. It won't go quite far enough. Burton. But out comes Dale Kickett. He's been pretty good across half-back. Can he control the football? He's caught. No free kick. Scotty West goes in, and now the umpire will be forced to bounce. And that possibly will be the last passage of play before three-quarter time.
Well played by Spider Burton too, Robert, to get back there and make a contest.
Fremantle 10 points in front, so it's a very, very handy advantage that they will have going into the last quarter. That's the siren. So at three-quarter time, Fremantle lead. They're 12-10-82. Footscray at 10-12-72. And Peter Miller is the leading goal scorer for Fremantle with 3. 2 each to Ridley and Wills. And for Footscray, 3 to Richard Osborne, 2 each to Grant and Collinuk. And Roscoe, the bullies, with the job in front of them.
Yes, again, their share of the footy, Robert. Their foot disposal's been pretty poor by their standards, and they've lacked a target other than Grant at full forward and then centre half forward. Osborne's been okay, but they've fallen down badly regularly across half forward, other than when Leon Cameron's got the ball and has gone long and purposely into that forward area. So they've got a big job ahead of them this last quarter.
Time for Footscray to stand up and be counted into the breeze, and trailing by 10 points, 82-72. We'll be back with the last quarter in.
And he's got no chance to answer.
Umpire David Howlett bounces the ball to start proceedings in the final quarter at the Western Oval, and the Doggies with the job ahead of them, trailing by 10 points and into this northerly breeze. Spider Burton, Cameron, a great steal. It's what they needed to get them moving. Past Kickett, he goes goalwards. It'll land just about in the square. Long punch away by O'Reilly. Kellett, Chisholm comes away with the footy. Beautifully done, great skills. That was Norwich who gave away the hand pass, and this is McManus, last minute inclusion in the side. Marking contest on centre wing, none taken. Burton leaves it for the smaller guys. Libba went through without it. McManus again. Might have got a free kick there. The umpire says no. Liberatore on the boundary line, and it will be a bounce.
Full marks to Scott Chisholm there in the back line. He dived on the ball, then got to his feet as quickly as ever, and the ball got cleared away. 10
points the difference. Fremantle going for its second win at the Western Oval. They beat Fitzroy here in round 3. Cameron along the boundary line from Mann applies a tackle. Ball jarred free in the tackle, and once again it will be thrown in. Not a bad crowd. Footscray looking for 4 points at home. They would have expected certainly to get them. Liberatore to Grigic. The former started on the bench in a surprise move by Alan Joyce. Cameron, good hand pass. Opportunity for Collinuk. Short of centre half forward. Kicks it up to Osborne. Great mark. You'll get the free kick actually. The umpire paid a free. But Osborne has the chance for his 3rd goal, his 4th goal.
So he had no chance of losing it.
Yeah, Parker just holding on there, knowing that he couldn't get in front of Osborne and was going to be away from the contest. And then over the shoulder, and then over the shoulder again, but good mark anyway.
So Richard Osborne, chance for a vital goal to the Doggies. 5 times he won the goal kicking at Fitzroy. Tried out as a kicker in US football, but now back at the game he knows best. from 40 metres out. Kicks at goal but has missed to the near side and registered one behind. 3 goals, 2 against his name this afternoon. The difference back to 9 points.
A few of Leon Cameron's teammates could follow his lead, they'd be better off, the Doggies.
Chisholm kicks in and quite simply finds Edwards in some space at centre half back. He's been asked to play on. Kicks with the left foot. Cameron should mark and does in front of big Burton. The lead is on in the left forward pocket. Gather by Kellett was good. Away to West. West looking to just balk and get past. Then forced to kick high in the direction of Grant. He's held on to. Umpire saw that quite clearly. O'Reilly holding Grant back, but it's Parker from fullback. Kicks it across that line. Out wide for Norwich. Norwich is 50 metres from the Footscray goal. Kicks not quite far enough. Hargraves gets around and then kicks with the right foot. No, it's out of bounds. So Hargraves had taken it over.
Good pressure by McManus there.
Again, a lesson, never ever give up, because you never know what the slight infringement or intervention can result in for your team.
Even if you're only 10 metres away, Robert, just the thought of putting the pressure on some players cause them to fumble or miss-kick or mishandle the footy.
Burton and Grigich, but Burton's fought well. Gets his left hand to it. Waters down to McGovern, and McGovern away for the Dockers. Down the wing, that kick has gone too far. It's out on the full. And the Dockers give it up, so to speak. The free kick will go to Kolonyuk. Steve Kolonyuk goes in towards Croft. Croft maybe can give it to Wallace, but McManus has manned up pretty well there. So Croft has got to go short again, and he finds Cameron. And Cameron is still not up to half forward.
Footscray working it well into the breeze. Kellett. And that kick really standing up into it, not giving the forwards too much chance. Marking contest. West went through. Liberatore tries to pinch it. Still he goes, Liberatore. O'Reilly bumped off the football. Grant goes down. And they're going to come away. Edwards has kicked. The educated defender's kick to the boundary line past Mildenhall and Southern, and it will be thrown in next to the interchange gates. 9 points the difference, 82 to 73, 12-10 to 10-13 in favour of the Dockers. The real surprise packet of the AFL this year, very competitive. Liberatore, outside 50, low trajectory mongrel punt. O'Reilly does well, brushes one tackle, past Osborne, and still he goes. O'Reilly, he'll go to the boundary line on the outer side. Clears McManus and also Steve Kolonyuk for a throw-in 65 metres from goal. 16 minutes left in the match. Footscray desperate for a goal. Burton and Grigich, they've had a great duel, these two, all day. Waters has been terrific. Scott Waters to McManus. Off one step, kicks towards centre wing. Wallace, the punch away, clears the boundary line, and it will be thrown in at left half forward for Fremantle, between wing and left half forward. Andrew Wills on screen has kicked 2 goals, 2. Pretty good stats from his opportunities. Ruckman set themselves, man. Gets front position. Watts. Liberatore taken high.
Got to be a free kick.
Well, you would think so, Ross.
The Footscray.
Yep.
Was a free.
Southern needs to lift to half forward. Good punch away again by O'Reilly. The snare is by Norwich, and here come the Dockers.
Norwich through the centre of the ground, not chasing quite hard enough, maybe Kellett. The ball to right half forward for the Dockers. The bounce favours Stanfield. He's quite content to knock it over for a boundary throw-in. It's about 65, 70 metres around from the Dockers' goal. They lead 82 to 73. That's 9 points. And they've led for most of the day. Southern got a chance to get the hand pass to Cameron. Cameron goes into the centre of the ground. West and kick it. Knocked across. McManus gets it back to kick it. Nearly run down, but he's able to get the short pass in. And the mark is taken there by Mildenhall. Mann provides the lead. Mildenhall just sizing up his situation here. He may try the big torpedo punt kick. Belatedly, he goes short and finds McGovern. McGovern gets to 50 metres, kicks into the pocket. Too high there for Ridley, who, as Peter has already mentioned, heavily scrapped right thigh, Todd Ridley. So obviously Jared Neesham respecting his ability in the forward line. He's still on the ground. Stanfield to do the ruck work against Burrows. Burrows with the height advantage. Ball comes to the ground. Nearly taken by Edwards. Miller flips it through the back and taken over in the finish by Rowan Smith for a boundary throw-in. Right forward pocket for the Dockers. Fremantle lead by 9 points. Jared Neesham with his assistant on the phone down to the bench. Burrows. Southern nearly gets clear. Quill. Handball, not quite far enough. Ridley a contest. Going in was Wallace. Wallace does well to just hold it up for the Footscray side. Ridley looking for the free kick. Umpire will bounce about 30 metres from the Dockers goal. Steve Wallace. Footscray diehard. Great defender, centre player, halfback flanker. Stanfield gets it around. The kick forward is by Miller. A high kick is into the pocket. Knocked away. Footscray defence. Quill, then Liberatore. Liberatore gets it back towards halfback. Burton being held
free
onto.
Kick.
No, he's held onto Grigich.
Yeah, I thought that might have been right too, Robbo.
So Grigich takes the free kick at left halfback for the Bulldogs.
Ilya Grigich with the free kick. Reserves best and fairest here a few years back in 91. The kick up towards Scotty West, who goes on with the business. West towards left half forward. Flip on by Kellett and a little flip out.
He's a genius, Chisholm.
Just does the right thing at the right time, doesn't he? Doesn't
He
get
would
flustered.
drive you absolutely bonkers.
He's been pretty good. Good game against Geelong. Good game here this afternoon at the Western Oval. Burton back to that same player. What's he going to do here? Seemingly with plenty of time. Brushes one tackle. Kellett's got him on the second. Liberatore up a standing start. Kicks in towards full forward. 2-on-2. Grant looks for the free kick. Norrish's tackle sees his opponent ridden into the ground. The snap is by Hargraves around the corner. Osborne, a fingernail to it only. Still he goes, Aussie. Past Parker. The snapshot is there. It's a goal! There's a kick in it. 4 goals, 2 to Richard Osborne. And the Bullies are back in it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not sure what Chris Grant has to do to get a free kick, but he's been infringed a fair bit today. Nothing coming. Hargraves the player to get it around. But also might have been a chance to really mark that, but no fault of his. Couldn't quite get there. What a great goal. That's a lifter.
The Dockers lead by 3 points. They may get clear of the centre. No, they won't, because have a look at that little battler. The little Aussie battler, Tony Liberatore, holds them up on centre wing when it looked like a Dockers clearance for sure.
2-1, and they're definitely away, almost in the back. Look at this desperation.
Magnificent by Liberatore. The bounce once again. Grigich gets it down. Kick off the ground by Miller, goes across the centre line. Now the race is on. Rowan Smith's pretty quick, gets his left foot to it. But Kickett's no slouch either. The ball awkward there for Smith. In goes Mildenhall. He can give the hand pass away. Oh, Southern nearly run down. Terrific contest. Now that's what footy's about. The stir of the Footscray fans now. They're pretty happy with that confrontation. But the Bulldogs still trail by 3 points. Burton doing the ruck work. Miller knocked away there by Kickett for another boundary throw-in.
Tell you what, Peter Miller got straight up though. He's a tough character.
He is tough, isn't he? Let's have a look at this again. Wow. They don't come much harder than that. But he bounced up. Don't show him you're hurt, son. That's the way. Burton and Grigich. Great duel between those two. The latter's kick up towards half forward. Jones, you're not in trouble. He's clear. Jones's kick up towards centre wing. Bounce a factor. Now, like a top spin lob, it got away from Leon Cameron out of bounds. 3 points the difference at the kennel. 82-79. Can the Dockers pinch it again? They beat Fitzroy here in round 3, and they're going pretty well against Footscray this afternoon as well. Grigich and Burton. Look at those two giants go at it. Flipped out the back. Liberatore applies a tackle. Miller again, past his captain, who has to apply a tackle on Costa. And he's got him at the second attempt. Cameron still goes. Around Edwards. Great effort, son. Kick it. He does. Long kick by Leon.
Oh,
Cameron.
what's that, a free
50.
kick? Oh, you are joking.
Still goes Hargraves and kicks the goal. The Bullies in front. Hargraves second. A thriller at the Western Oval.
Well, Rob, I said about 3 or 4 minutes ago, I don't know what Chris Grant has to do to get a free kick. That's just absolutely ridiculous there. Watch this. Cameron was brilliant to get out of this. Now, that's not a free kick. I know he's holding a bit there, but he's over the shoulder, he's infringed, and he stood there and just looked at the umpire and said, what do I have to do?
Well, we've had 9 lead changes already in this game, and I wouldn't think it's finished just there. Watts clears the centre, the ball over Kolonyuk's head, back goes Kickett, around onto his right foot, runs through centre half back, 2 bounces, 3 bounces, could nearly go for a 4th, then goes short, and punched away beautifully by Croft. Still the ball at centre wing. Oh, brilliant smother. Footscray inspired football. Rowan Smith, the player, on Scott Edwards. So we're up to 10 and a half or 10 and 3/4 minutes left in the game, and we've got a nail biter on our hands at the Western Oval. Watts runs past. Waters doesn't. Gathers the ball. Off the left foot. Kicks to the front of the goals. Man, no, Burrows. He gets it back. Craig Burrows. A long kick by that player. Goes into the pocket. It's out. No, it's not. It's a behind. Kick by Burrows. Second score for the day to Craig Burrows. The margin is 2 points in favour of Footscray.
Tyson Lane off, Ramiro on.
Leon Cameron. Watts and Waters. Cameron kicks it to himself. He's got some space. 3 bounces. Approaches 50 metres and then kicks in the direction of Stanfield. And Stanfield takes the mark just inside the boundary line.
Barry Stanfield, the boy from Fish Creek at left centre wing, or short of it. Bulldogs leading by 2 points. A thriller at the Western Oval. Oh, great mark to kick it.
He read that beautifully. Sat back off his man, got himself in the traffic.
Terrific grab. Burton off. See a replay of that. And Scotty Waters has the footy at right centre wing. Fremantle into attack. Good punch away by Watts to clear the boundary line and keep it from the grasp of Miller. It will be thrown in 55 metres from the Dockers' goal. Footscray lifting in the last quarter. They trailed by 10 points at 3/4 time, 10 points at half time, after they led by only 2 at the first change when they kicked with the win. Man up, punches down, kick up towards Ridley.
That was Hutton, Pete.
Little chip shot, and he's taken the mark, Hutton.
Without the helmet.
Without the helmet. He's had to look twice.
He's just come on, Pete, to replace Burton, who's absolutely worn out. So Burrows into the ruck. Burton Hutton onto that forward line.
So Hutton for his second. He's kicked 1 goal for. A goal here would put Fremantle back in front. I think he's done it. Goal umpire says all clear. 10 lead changes today at the Western Oval. Alan Joyce ponders. Fremantle 13-11. The Doggies 12-13. The difference 4 points.
Well, timely move by Jared Neesham as Stanford will come up for Footscray now. And Steve Crediot will come back on. But Hutton had just come through, now with the helmet on, to replace Burton, I said, who's obviously feeling the effects of the flu during the week. Timely goal.
Oh, beautiful kick by Cameron, but blocked off by O'Reilly on Grant. Kick forward by Ramiro. Punched away again by Parker. Ball rebounds now. McManus and Chisholm combined. Chisholm's kick hasn't gone far enough. Out wide is Kolonyuk. He gathers and then kicks high. In towards full forward. Grant couldn't take the mark. The ball spills now. Kick it, tackled by Grant. Grant looks for the free kick. Not forthcoming. And in these tight situations now, you would think that the umpire will let the play run.
They haven't played many free kicks today already, Robbo, so why they play them now?
Ball up in the right forward pocket for Footscray. O'Reilly just gets his right hand to it.
16-10, the free kicks in favour of Footscray.
26 in a game of footy is unbelievable.
So boundary throw in. Chris Grant taking position for the throw in. O'Reilly in front, gets a big left fist to it. Only as far as Kolonyuk, but he can't get there in time. McManus is the Dockers player. And 50 metres from the Footscray goal, will have a boundary throw in. Burrows and Grigich. Just inside 50. Burrows does well with the body. Ball only goes as far as Rowan Smith. Can he get past? Yes, he can. Back onto his right foot. He goes for goal. A long kick to the square. Grant, well done. That is a great mark. He gives away the short pass, but it won't be allowed because the umpire has already blown time on. And Grant will have to go back and kick from the difficult angle. Chris Grant has kicked 2 goals. The acting captain for Footscray can snatch back the lead from the Dockers. He runs around the man on the mark to improve the angle and puts it through for a goal. 3 goals to Grant, and that's the 11th time that the lead has changed in this game today. It has been a titanic struggle, and Footscray lead now by 2 points.
It was great play by Smith to get out of trouble there and just ran through into some space. And Chris Grant, a great mark, running with the flight of the ball, but he won't kick too many more important goals for his team. It's a vital one.
3 goals to Chris Grant, 11 lead changes in this match this afternoon. Cameron out of the centre. He's lifted there, right. Good tackle by Smith. Kick it, picks up the crumbs.
Free kick. To Liberatore.
Oh, that's 50. Why not? Why not?
Risky business there by Ben Allen.
Gee, you'd have to pose the question. Liberatore to left half forward. Chisholm might have given away a free. The umpire says no, it's out of bounds at left half forward.
Well, I thought it probably should have been a free kick because he infringed. And he never got his hands on the footy really, so...
Free kick's hard to earn, as you said today, Roscoe. It's left half forward for Footscray. The Bulldogs leading 91-89 in a real thriller. It's a top game of football. McGovern to Burrows to Edwards, and away they come again. Back to McGovern.
No, running at him again.
Still he goes, McGovern. He'll have another one. Cameron has got him. Great tackle. To half forward. Croft. Hutton. Oh, what's over now? It's Wallace. Now back to Quill. Will's a chance. Picks up the crumbs well. Wills kicks to half forward. Footscray should be able to come away with this. Once again, it's Quill. Bulldogs defence standing firm, and the ball might clear the boundary line in front of Norris. It does. Romero looked for out of bounds on the full, but the boundary umpire says no. He says throw it in. 6.5 minutes left in the match. The Bulldogs by 2 points. It's going to be Burrows and Grigich to contest the boundary throw in. That might be a free kick to the Dockers. It will be.
Yeah, Grigich has pulled him down a bit.
Craig Burrows to take the free kick and give Fremantle a chance.
Put it in the square.
Long kick by Burrows to half forward. Players on both sides very, very tired now. Wills has the chance. Has to go underground. Wallace.
Ridley free kick for being held, the jumper.
Ridley a long way out, but with the breeze at his back.
Well, Ridley just there at the back, you can see being grabbed by the jumper. The short pass is okay because he's given it to what we classify as the #1 converter, John Hutton. He's kicked 2 goals already.
And he's had, this is probably about his 3rd shot from this area too, Robert.
Yes, his first goal was in the second quarter, where he had 2 shots. He capitalised on the second one. Can he make sure of the third one? He kicks to the left. It comes back with the breeze, but not far enough. And he kicks his 5th behind. 2 goals, 5 to John Hutton. And wouldn't that look much better? 5 goals, 2.
Exactly.
It would mean that Fremantle would be in front instead of trailing by a point. Footscray 13-13, Fremantle 13-12. The kick-in has been marked by Quill. Quill can go short and does it nicely too. The kick was beautifully weighted for Crediuk. Crediuk. Oh, you can't do that. The player came from behind the man on the mark. Watts it is that kicks it in towards the centre. Grigich. Little touch out there by Burrows. Play allowed to go on. Burrows with the ball. Kicks in short. And a good mark is taken there for Fremantle by Edwards. The handball. In trouble is Ridley. Caught with the ball. Cameron over the top. Now kick it down in the forward line. Kick it gives the hand pass. Slips it through to Wardell Johnson. He's tackled well. There's no free kicks in this game now. Whistles have disappeared. West down the wing, looks for Hargraves. Hargraves out in front, does pretty well for a young player, but the kick is very disappointing. McGovern collects it near the centre. Grigic is the chaser, and Miller the shepherder. McGovern's kick to half forward. Hutton misses it. The ball spills to the back. Away goes Costa, gives away a bit of ground. Steve Wallace out towards the wing. Kolonyuk in front of McManus. Kolonyuk gets a little bit of ground, and a boundary throw-in will take place way out there at right half back for Footscray. Bulldogs lead by a point, and this is anyone's game.
Could be another draw. That'll be interesting. After the draw we had on Anzac Day, Burrows and Grigic. Oh, Burrows does well. Liberatore stops him in his tracks. Ball's still there to be won. Smith has won it. Superb effort by the Footscray defender. Away he comes. Another bounce from half back. A goal here for Footscray would be real handy. Grant has taken the mark, but on centre wing. He'll need a lead. Osmond provides him with one. And Osmond takes the mark. A fingertipper down low.
Go back, Hargraves, quickly into the square.
Nice little chip shot. Kellett.
He might hang on to it and wait for Grant to get back there.
That'll be an idea. Kolonyuk makes a lead. Into the pocket, though. And Nigel Kellett just indicating what he might do with it. Kellett makes a distance, does he? No, off hands and a behind. So a rush behind to the Footscray score, making the difference 2 points, 13-14 to 13-12, and you can see down the corner, 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in the match. O'Reilly will bring the ball back into play. The second thriller in 5 days in the AFL. Norris takes the mark short of half-back. He'll bring it to the member stand side. Looks for and finds Jones, marking in front of West. Footscray will try to keep it in their attacking area. Mark taken by Parker. Parker from half-back. Good vision. He's found Edwards. Seemingly taking more time than he probably should. Oh, Burrows runs onto it easily. Now it comes out to kick it, which he does, but it's a high bomb towards half forward. Ridley! It's Wardell Johnson.
Yep. He's a pretty good kick too, Pete.
He's kept Johnson and Johnson in business, hasn't he, Roscoe? Look at that left leg.
So the hyphen has a chance to cover himself in glory for his club with 2.5 minutes to go. Lee Wardell Johnson hasn't scored a goal today. He kicks, and he may have goal. He has. So the Dockers are back in front. They lead by 4 points with 2.25 minutes left.
They kicked 3 vital goals last week, Pete, against Geelong. Just popped up at the right time. He's a beautiful kick off both feet. And that wayward kick from Burrows, who was looking for distance, off the side of the boot to the right. If you're in front in the forward area, give yourself a chance.
Again, a very ordinary bounce which favoured Grigic, but Jones comes away from half-back, kicks to half-forward, Southern a punch. The ball spills, man, dispossessed. Can Footscray keep it in? No, Croft disappointed with himself. And a boundary throw-in to take place. Very important seconds disappearing for Footscray because they trail, they need a goal to get back the lead. Croft bashes it nearly to his own advantage and he goes after it. Can he get the ball clear? Yes, to Cameron. Cameron off the left foot, kicks in the direction of West. Ball spills to the back, Ramiro. Handball away, Hargraves. Handball sweeper. Ramiro, get rid of it, he does. Grigic, get rid of it. And he does, but not quickly enough. The little blokes, have a look at them, swoop on him. Kick it and Chisholm. And the ball goes over for a throw-in.
Minute and a half left.
Chisholm in picture. Can the Dockers hang on now? Footscray took it right up to them at the start of the last quarter. The ball spills. Jones couldn't get his hands on it. Hargraves a little high. Still got the football. Couldn't get rid of it. Now Footscray, Grant trying to get it to Cameron, but the boundary umpire will throw it in. Well, who's going to win this game? Fremantle by 4 points. Still time, the ball is on Footscray's half-forward line. Chance for Grigic, gets it to Grant. Grant with some space. Just lobs it to half-forward. Kolonyuk at the back, it's tapped clear. Watts can kick a goal! Yes!
Doggies in front.
Let the crowd do the talking.
I'll tell you what, there's some tired boys out there. A lot of hands and
Osborne
a lot of heads on hips here. It was good tap out, clever. And Watts, they're pretty elated, Footscray, but there's still time. It's not over yet.
Yes, a centre break, all important here.
Yeah, big Grigic needs to get a big belt of the ball.
This is an example, Ross, where the bounce has got to be true for both sides.
Yes.
Back to the centre. A minute to go in this match of thriller. Centre break here, vitally important. And it looks as though it's going to be the Dockers. Still to be won. No, they're all missing it. No one can gain it. Finally, waste the chance. And in comes Smith to tie it up. Plenty of chances for both sides there for the important breakaway, and the clock ticks down to 40 seconds. Footscray by 2 points in an absolute ball burster at the Western Oval. Grigic won by Burrows. Kick away comes from Miller. Miller up towards half-forward. Croft, he's being held. He'll get a free kick. The advantage is not paid.
What's in Footscray's favour? Oh, it's got to go back.
It's the Wallace, is it?
I think Frost has got to take it, Pete.
I thought it was his free kick. It must be his, surely.
Yes,
and still the clock ticks down, so they've done this pretty well, Footscray. Want to kick it soon, they'll take it off him. They've lost some ground, but they've retained possession. Southern, a little chip shot. Well, they're doing it well now. Look at the time, the clock ticking down. This is Quill. 9 seconds. He wants to kick it. Kick it, Sonny. They'll take it off you. Oh, what an... Allen. There's the siren. He's got to take the kick, Ben Allen. It's not over yet.
Go for a big Torby, Pete.
Malcolm Blood at Princes Park.
Why would you even attempt to take that risk that Peter Quill took?
So the captain can cover himself in glory if he can kick a goal from 70 metres out. Ben Allen, 14 and 4, his stats. He'll need to kick it a country mile. He's got onto it. It's going, but it's not there far enough. Footscray won. The Doggies have won by 2 points in a thrill at the Western Oval. A great game of football. Footscray coming from behind to get the points, and they've won 14-14, 98 to 14-12, 96.
Well, they really did still, and they did the right thing at the right time, Footscray. Their effort exemplified, I thought, by Liberatore in a desperate effort on the wing at one stage. They put their bodies on the line. Grant stood up at full forward.
Let's go down to dip up.
Yeah, Peter, we've got acting captain Chris Grant. Did you ever think you're going to win this game?
Oh, well, not at the end now. Just very happy to get away with the points. All right, man, no, didn't want to be so close. But
You better go, mate, you better go. Up you go.
There's about 500 people around Dipper out there on the ground. But Footscray players very tired, as Ross said. Leon Cameron, who worked his legs very, very hard through the entirety of the game. But I would reckon that could be classified as a steal. Footscray, I thought the Dockers were the better side for most of the day, but there you go. You've just got to play the full time until the siren sounds to end the game, end each quarter, respectively. And at the finish, Footscray were in front. They were well served. I thought Osborne did a pretty good job up in their full forward line. Cameron around the middle of the ground. Liberatore, who started on the bench, a questionable decision. And Chris Grant, of course, led them quite grandly. There's Stephen O'Reilly, very, very disappointed. And so the Dockers should be, because that was 4 points that they let get away.
They certainly did. So repeating the final scores, Footscray in a steal before 16,800, winning the match 14-14, 98 to the Dockers 14-12, 90.